Hello. So I thought I would share something with you. I've got a little magical thing here, a ball. And if you have tight muscles or aches and pains of any kind, this is going to be your savior. So what it is, it's a little bit squishy. I don't know if you can see that. It's slightly squishy, but it is quite sturdy. You can also get ones that are like a golf ball that's covered in rubber. You need a bit of squishiness. You can also get ones that are really hard and spiky. You don't want them because that's going to be just too hard. You need a bit of give, okay? And this is basically your own personal masseuse. So all through my dancing career, if I was in a job, I was very lucky. I'd get physio or massages or shiatsu all included within the job, free of charge, because obviously that would help keep me on stage. Obviously, if you're not working or if you're teaching, you don't get that. So I obviously have shiatsu appointments and occasional massages to help keep myself fit and healthy, but this helps sort everything out. So one of the things you can do after a hard day's work or dancing, if you're at college, is just literally roll out the plantar section of your feet. Literally that just, well, number one, if you know anything about reflexology, pardon my dirty socks, they are clean, but they look really grubby. If you do reflexology, you know that all the ley lines, I don't know the exact word that they use for acupuncture and acupressure, they all kind of converge on your foot. And very roughly speaking, the top of your foot relates to your head and the bottom of your foot relates to your feet, and everything else is in between. I'm not a reflexologist, so I don't know that, but just doing this is really good. Really helps. Just release your feet. And it releases, you've got a layer of what's called fascia over everything, basically. It's like cling film, keeping all your muscles in one place. And that can get a little bit tight. If the muscles get tight, that can get tight. So this helps release that. So that's one exercise I use. I also have quite a tight hip here that can go into my back. So I often get that. And again, never do this on your bones. Always do it on the soft, muscly part of your body. And always be really mindful when you're doing this. Be really careful so that you're not aggravating an injury. Don't do this if you've had like a sudden sharp injury. This isn't the exercise to be doing. You need to be resting it, icing it, elevating it, and going to see a doctor if you've injured yourself, if you pulled a muscle or done something like that. But if you've got a low grade, irritating, like aggravating niggle, this is the thing to do. So I've got this little ball, and put it on the floor and find the point that's probably the most painful. I know that's not fun. So you roll it around until you find, again, only on the soft tissue, not on the bones, because that would bruise you. Find that point where you go, oh, there it is, and just stay there. And sometimes after a few seconds, you'll feel it release, which is basically what a lot of massage people do, masseuses do, or shiatsu people. They'll find that pressure point, press on it until it releases. Okay, and then you can move it around and find another section in if you've got quite a bit that's going on that's tight, which I must admit I have on my right hip. It's always this time of year, as it gets cold, my right hip starts to kind of go like that. And you just move the ball around until you find a zone that's a little bit tender, or you might find it sends a tingle, yeah? And just press on it. And again, do this really mindfully. If it's really painful or if it makes something go numb, then maybe that's a cue to stop. Don't overdo it. And it just helps release. I also find sometimes I injured my left hamstring back in the 80s. I was wearing cycling shorts because they were trendy, and I was in a studio and someone opened the windows and it wasn't really that hot, and I didn't have the wherewithal to say, actually it's a bit cold for me, can you shut the window? And I literally pulled my left hamstring in that class, and it's niggled ever since. So note to yourselves, stand up for yourself if you feel that the room's not right for you, or put some extra leggings on if you need to keep warm. So I can feel that right on the point. It's like kind of the insertion point where the hamstring goes into under my glute. And I'll literally just put it on there, and that will release it for a bit. And you'll feel like a normal hamstring for a little bit. I should do this more. I don't do this enough. And I'm sure if I did this more, I'd probably have less niggles going on. I'm lazy. Okay, maybe not lazy, but I don't get around to it as much as I should. So those are a few things you can do. You can also do this. You can use it on your back against a wall. So if you've got any niggles, sorry, I just clocked my mic there. So you can put it on your back against a wall. Anything that helps you out. If you've got a niggle, you use one of these. Anyway, that's my little tip for today. I've gone too long for Instagram, so this is going to have to go on YouTube. See you later. Bye.